of Lumberjack basketball. Join us as we bring you the action live from the court with Tim Parrish. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Lumberjack sports sponsors and hope you'll do the same. Without them, these broadcasts wouldn't be possible. Now for the countdown to tip-off with Tim Parrish, and go Lumberjack!
And welcome, Lumberjack fans. Tim Parrish here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. I want to welcome as well any Wildcat fans that might already be in the area or on the NFHS camera or whichever way you might be tuned in. I don't know if any of you are there just yet, but we also want to welcome in all of the Kellogg Wildcat fans that can't make it tonight. I have a feeling that this is going to be a pretty packed gym here this evening as we've got district championship action here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. Lumberjack boys hosting the Kellogg Wildcats. What's on the line? A direct ticket to the 2A state tournament starting, I believe it's next week. And the loser will have to play not get to play in a play-in game exactly. They will have to play the winner of the, I think it's Orofino and Priest River game that's taking place tonight as well. And then the loser of this game would have to play the winner of that game. And then the winner of that game would go to a play-in game, and they would play a team from down south over in Grangeville on Saturday. So a big thing on the line tonight with that direct ticket to the state tournament. And it can't get any more wild than the Wildcats and the Lumberjacks going back to the brawl for the ball days. We know that this atmosphere here tonight is going to feel like a state championship atmosphere, and I just think that this crowd is going to be unreal this evening with Wildcat fans and Lumberjack fans. We've also got the Wildcat band here as well. They're going to be up here with the Lumberjack band, and they're going to be playing side by side. I'm sure we have got Wildcat cheerleaders in the house tonight, as long as the Lumberjack cheerleaders. So once again, this is going to be like a state championship atmosphere right here in St. Maries. So if you can come out to the game, be sure to do so and cheer on either the Lumberjacks or the Wildcats, whoever you might be rooting for, of course. And it's going to be a fun one tonight, I think. These two teams don't typically disappoint in the action category. We're just getting started on the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union Countdown to Tip-Off here on 1240 KOFE St. Maries, also on our YouTube audio stream and on the NFHS network camera mounted here in Lumberjack Gymnasium. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with more of the Countdown to Tip-Off.
T1FCU's Ascend Checking is a simple free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend checking account. Learn more at t1fcu.org/ascend. T1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Maries.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? You need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
With stage 1 and 2 of the sports complex nearly complete, the Lumberjack Booster Club thanks Archie's IGA, Shift and Grind, and the St. Maries community for their fundraising efforts and continued support in making this sports complex come to life. The next stage will be the sprinkler system. The Booster Club is looking for new members. If you have kids in high school or soon entering high school, now is the time to get involved with the Booster Club. For more information on how you can help with the sports complex or questions about becoming a member, contact Donnie Masterson at 208-582-1802 or by email at golumberjacks@gmail.com. And as always, go Lumberjack!
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Idaho needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Maries community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those Lumberjacks.
Tim Parrish back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium as we get set for the Lumberjacks and the Wildcats of Kellogg to do battle in the 2A Central Idaho League District Championship game. And it's going to be a good one tonight, folks. Want to welcome in once again those that usually have the Wildcats live up in Kellogg. Really enjoyed the Wildcat live broadcast that I've watched up there. They do some great work in their coverage with their system that they have set up. I love the replays. I've watched a lot of their basketball games on the Wildcats live and also several of their football games as well. And I do say that it's always fun to watch their broadcast as well. Love the props and the shout outs they give to us on their coverage. So we also want to thank them and give them props on their coverage. It had to have been kind of a tough thing to come up with something to replace KWA all K-Wall when they ended up having their issue and had to shut down. And it's a lot of hard work to run one of these small market AM radio stations. But we give it our all, and luckily we've been able to keep things going because there's not a whole lot of us small market stations like this left around. So it's really fun to do what we do. We've got 38 minutes before opening ceremonies here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. The Battle of the Bands up here in the weight room as we've got the Wildcat Band and the Lumberjack Band doing their work. And we've got both teams down warming up on the floor, getting ready to do battle here this evening. Taking a look at the Central Idaho League standings. We go over these every game. St. Maries eked out the league title this year, and they currently are 16-5 overall on the season, 5-1 in league play. St. Maries beat Priest River in their first game of districts by a score of 64-35 on Monday night. And, of course, we know they're hosting the Wildcats here this evening. The Kellogg Wildcats, 5-1 in league play, 16-6 overall. They beat Orofino on on Monday, 51-42. And, of course, they are here in St. Maries. The winner of this game will have that direct ticket stamp to the 2A state tournament. That is beginning at the beginning of March, which is, I believe, next Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The loser will have to play Orofino or Priest River to go to a play-in game that will be played in Grangeville on, I believe it's on Saturday. I did not bring a bracket with me, so I do not remember for sure, but I do believe that is on Saturday. The Orofino Maniacs, they sit with a 2-4 record in league play this year, 10-9 overall. They lost at Kellogg 51-42. Again, they are hosting Priest River tonight. Priest River finished the season 8-13 overall. They basically don't have a league record because they are basically an independent school. So their games that they played against St. Maries and Kellogg this year did not count towards the league standing. They were automatically the number 5 seed in the district tournament. The loser of that game is out of the district tournament. They play tonight as well, and the winner will play the loser of this game here tonight. So that is how this sets up. Grangeville, they were eliminated from district tournament action by Priest River, I believe it was. And they finished with a 5-14 record, 0-6 in league play. And again, I've mentioned it all year. That's really not the spot I'm used to seeing. Grangeville is not in the bottom of the league. But one thing I do want to say is we all need to look out for Grangeville next year. They're going to be a senior heavy roster. St. Maries and Kellogg are both graduating quite a few players this year. And St. Maries looking to be pretty young next year. I'm not 100% sure on Kellogg. They've got some sophomores. Really, they've got one junior, a couple of juniors, some sophomores and freshmen that are on their varsity roster right now, and they've got guys that are from their JV squad obviously going to be moving up. So St. Maries and Kellogg could be quite a bit different look teams next year. And I think Orofino and even Priest River were pretty heavy on their varsity rosters this year. So next year is going to be a whole new animal in the 2A Central Idaho League. Looking at power rankings from Idaho Sports, and the top 5 is Melba, St. Maries, Coal Valley, Bear Lake, and Kellogg. In the Max Preps rankings, these are the ones that seed the state tournament. You've got Melba, Bear Lake, Coal Valley, St. Maries, and Ryrie. Kellogg comes in at 10th in the Max Preps rankings. And that is, like I said, that's how they seed the state tournament, is from these Max Preps rankings. So where they're sitting now is somewhat, it's not how they'll be seeded, obviously, but it's how they mix it up to be more of an even opening rounds of the district tournament action. If St. Maries was to make it through directly tonight, I was kind of looking at it, and if things stayed the same way, St. Maries would end up on the same side of the bracket as Melba. So that would be interesting. If Kellogg makes it through tonight, I'm not sure what part of the bracket. I think they might end up on the same side as well, being in that number 10 slot. They will move up at the finalization of district tournament action with who's in the state tournament based on who got knocked out. So let's say Kellogg makes the state tournament. There could be teams above them in those Max Prep rankings that did not make state. So it'll shuffle Kellogg Max Prep rankings up into a different slot. St. Maries, if they made it in directly tonight or even through the play-in game, I don't know if there's much that's going to change their spot. I think if Coal Valley, I think that's the team that will probably, cause I think it's Coal Valley and Melba playing in their championship game. And I think it could be Coal Valley that would be the team from down south that would have to come up to play in the play-in game. So if Coal Valley was to get knocked out by Kellogg or St. Maries in the play-in game, then that would shuffle St. Maries up a spot and maybe move them to a different spot if they make it into the state tournament. And again, it'll shuffle everybody else up down below as well. So that's kind of my understandings of the Max Preps rankings and how that works. And I do believe that the Max Preps rankings stopped being adjusted at the end of the regular season. So there might be actually on Max Preps, there might be some changing of the power rankings, but I think where they set at the end of the regular season, if I remember right from last year talking to Coach Chase, I think they stopped counting. They basically go by the seeding at the end of the regular season action unless they've changed something. So those are my understandings of the district of the Max Prep seeding. We'll take another break, come back with more of the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off.
Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Maries, is a proud Lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Maries choose Farm Bureau insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life, plus they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Maries. So let's hear it for our hometown teams. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Maries at 105 North 8th Street, St. Maries.
Tax time is here again. I know. It's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care. So you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Any adventure, any task, any time, there's a Yamaha utility ATV for any ride and any rider. See the full lineup at St. Maries on Cycle. Adventure seekers can start with the trail-tested capability and comfort of the Yamaha Grizzly lineup. For the ultimate in mid-size ATV performance, check out the Yamaha Kodiak 450. And for those who mix work and pleasure, the Yamaha Kodiak 700 line devours chores and leaves room for adventure. Find your utility ATV at St. Maries on Cycle or YamahaMotorsports.com.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings, but it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the hot deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler dropped in the toilet to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goal. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time.
Jack Fuel Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses, and most importantly, people. Jack Fuel Trucking believes in responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, if you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jack Fuel Trucking.
Do you need help finding that perfect gift? Looking for that personalized touch? Come to Jack's Pharmacy in St. Mary's and let us fill your balloons. Not only does Jack's carry all of your gift and party supplies, but we're here to serve you with all your personal care items. Come in and let our personal care experts help you find just what you need from our wide selection. If we don't have it, we can get it. Plan your party at Jack's Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy, where you'll receive personalized service and attention.
Tim Parrish back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union counts down the tip-off district championship 2A Central Idaho League action here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. It's the Lumberjacks, it's the Wildcats. Classic matchup, classic rivalry. Two teams I think have a ton of respect for each other. I know I have a lot of respect for both of these programs, not just here on the basketball court, but just overall. Always tough competitors all the way around. 28 minutes until the opening ceremonies, starting lineups, and of course, the tip-off. We're going to take a quick look. I want to give a shout-out to head coach Brian Chase and his record through 9 years as head coach of the Lumberjack basketball team. And I say his record, but I mean, obviously the Lumberjack boys basketball players have earned this record. He has just been the one that's coached them to those records. So he gets a good chunk of the credit for it as well. But the Lumberjack players have definitely been the ones that have performed admirably and really latched into the program that Coach Chase has created. St. Mary's head coach Brian Chase has a current record right now over 9 years. This is the 9th year of 167-42, a total of 42 losses over 9 seasons. It is an incredible feat. I would love to know what the winningest coach in Lumberjack basketball history is at the moment, honestly. I don't know what the longest tenure is for a head coach for basketball for St. Mary's or any of those numbers, but it would be kind of cool to know where Coach Chase's run right now stacks up amongst other Lumberjack boys basketball coaches. Like I said before, St. Mary's, as I think they're 15-9 in the state tournament. They have that one state championship from a couple years ago. They've placed second twice at state. They have 3 third-place finishes at state, 3 fifth-place finishes at state. From what I understand, when you lose that third-place game, your 5th place is where you are actually ranked because the consolation bracket winner is the 4th-place team. So that's my understanding of how that works, as well as explaining the Max Preps rankings earlier. So that is the record right now for the Lumberjacks at state and under head coach Brian Chase. Now, the Kellogg Wildcats have had the Lumberjacks number over these last 9 seasons, 8 and 3/4 seasons, whatever you want to call it. St. Mary's has a 5-12 record against Kellogg. So if you go by those numbers, Kellogg is probably a favorited team here tonight. I think that these two teams are really evenly matched this year. They have been in the past years as well. There hasn't been a whole lot of blowouts between these two teams. They've almost always been closely contested games. But again, St. Mary's not on the positive side of things against the Wildcats with that 5-12 record overall in the last 9 years of action with Coach Chase at the helm for St. Mary's. This year, the Lumberjacks split with the Wildcats in regular season with the 56-43 loss in Kellogg and a 74-57 win here in St. Mary's. St. Mary's is on something like a 6 or 7 game win streak, if I remember right, and they've won like 12 or 13 of the last 15 games, something like that. So they're on a pretty good roll right now. They've got some momentum in their favor. But St. Mary's, looking back here, 1, 2, 3, 4 years in a row, St. Mary's was basically swept in those 4 years. And then in the 18-19 season, St. Mary's got a couple of W's against the Wildcats and 1 loss that year. And then again, they lost both times they played in the 1920 season to Kellogg. And then in the 2021 season, St. Mary's won both of those matchups. And then they did not play last year. So that's just kind of a little bit of a recap of the St. Mary's Kellogg rivalry that has been ongoing despite the fact that these two teams have not been in the same league for the last several years. But this is a rivalry that dates all the way back to, I don't know how long, to be completely honest with you. When I first got here on the air, when I first got into St. Mary's, I know it was 3A was the classification that both teams were in, and it was a huge rivalry back then as well. The Lumberjacks right now averaging right around 59 points per game on the season, shooting very well from the field at 42%, while their opponents are shooting only about 37%. St. Mary's is doing pretty well from three-point range at 31% and 63% from the free throw line. So some fairly solid numbers for St. Mary's on those categories. Individually for the Lumberjacks, well, let's take a look at some more of these team stats first, I guess. St. Mary's out-rebounds their opponents 34-26. 13 assists per game for the Lumberjacks, while their opponents are only averaging about 7. St. Mary's averages 8 steals per game. Their opponents average about 7. St. Mary's averages about 4 blocks per game, 13 turnovers per game. That's the one category where their opponents have an edge on them, where their opponents are only averaging 12 turnovers per game. Not a big discrepancy. 14 fouls per game for the Lumberjacks, 13 fouls per game for their opponents. Leading scoring for St. Mary's, even though Grayson Sands was out for a while, he still is the leading scorer, 16 points per game for Grayson. He also averages right around 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals per contest, having a pretty good season for Grayson as his senior year. Next leading scorer will be Tristan Hill, leading that, not leading scorer, but the next highest scorer, Tristan Hill at 10 points per game. He's the big post player for the Lumberjacks, also averaging 7 rebounds per game. 9 points per game for Tyler Renner. He's averaging about 5 rebounds per game. 9 points per game for Dylan Holder as well. He's averaging about 3 assists and 2 steals per game. Going down the line from there, 6 points per game for Wyatt Holmes, 5 points per game for Jared Badgett, and I think I missed one, 7 points per game for Trace Wicks. And so that's a look at those numbers for St. Mary's. We're going to take another quick break. We'll come back with more of the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union Countdown to Tip-Off after this.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Idaho.
This message presented by the IHSAA and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
Have you ever noticed that some companies are around for decades and you really don't notice them until you actually see them? Kenneth Bechtel Trucking is one of these. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking has been a fixture in St. Maries for decades and still is a community-involved business. Take the time to thank these entrepreneurs that quietly make it on their own and make our community all the better for it. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking. Give them a call today at 245-7209. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking, a community staple and Lumberjack supporter. Good luck, Jacks.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Benoit, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Maries. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With 6 professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Maries.
When you need that morning pick-me-up before work or school, there's one place that comes to mind. It's a place that loves our community, the St. Maries Lumberjacks, and all the local businesses and people in our village. Shift and Grind in St. Maries is all about the community. Whether it's helping raise money for the Booster Club or for a family in need, the Shift and Grind family are always ready to help. So be sure to stop by Shift and Grind for your caffeinated needs. Located at 132 First Street in St. Maries, Shift and Grind says, go Lumberjack!
Tim Parrish back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium, 2A Central Idaho League District Championship game here tonight. Couldn't get any bigger than 2 old rivals taking each other on. The Wildcats in their first year at the 2A level have had a very solid season this year, very impressive. Lumberjack boys just as solid as well, and it's going to come down to a hard-fought battle tonight to see who can stamp that direct ticket into the state tournament. 18 minutes until opening ceremonies, and we've got the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off here on 1240 KOFE St. Maries. Also on our YouTube audio stream. You can find that if you just search, I think, KOFE 1240 AM on YouTube. You can find that. Subscribe to the page. Also, it's shared to our Facebook page. The link is. And we also provide our audio to the NFHS network camera mounted here in Lumberjack Gymnasium. Welcoming in the Wildcats Live fans that may not be making it here in person tonight. We want to welcome all of you guys in listening or watching from your home or wherever you may be at. Also, the shout out to the Kellogg band here tonight, giving us some great music and joining in with the Lumberjack band as well. And I think they're going to probably, sounds like, do a teamed up national anthem, which is going to be pretty exciting to have happen. And the crowd is slowly filtering in here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. Oh, let's see. You're taking a look at the last game for St. Mary's, first round of the district tournament for the Lumberjacks. They took on the Priest River Spartans here in St. Mary's, and the Lumberjacks, despite the Spartans kind of going on an early run and taking an early lead against St. Mary's, Lumberjacks were able to rally back. St. Mary's had a 21-14 run in the first period to take that 7-point lead at the end of the first. St. Mary's then had an 18-13 run in the second, gave them a decent lead at halftime, But the second half is where St. Maries really came out both defensively, maybe not as much offensively, but the Lumberjacks held the Spartans to just 8 points in the second half, while St. Maries was able to score 25 points and take that win all the way home in that game. St. Maries shot 31% St. Maries shot 43% from the field in that game, 45% from three-point range, one of the best nights for St. Maries, I think, from shooting from outside. And they shot 69% from the free throw line, very solid, respectable number right there for St. Maries. Priest River was 31% from the floor, 25% from three-point range, 50% from the charity stripe. Leading scoring in that game, Grayson Sands had 24 points. He's had 3 games in a row, I believe it is now, since his return, where he has scored 20-plus points on the night. Second leading scorer, Dylan Holder with 15. Wyatt Holmes just barely missed out on double digits. He had 9 points on the night, 8 rebounds as well. Jared Badgett finished with 4 points. Lumberjacks outside shooting and guard play was working pretty good as far as scoring. The Lumberjack post players didn't get as much action, except for, like I said, Wyatt Holmes. He had 9 points, but he did have a three-pointer as well. So the post play for St. Mary's didn't get a lot of points in that game. Tyler Renner had 3. Seth Swallows had 3. Trace Wicks, he finished with 3. Isaiah Gustav in his first varsity action had 2 points. Xavier Sloper had 1. And Tristan Hill, normally up there around 9-10 points a game, he did not find the bottom of the bucket. He had 0 for 3 from the floor, and he did his work, got some rebounds and stuff, but it just wasn't one of your typical nights that you see from Tristan. But again, St. Mary's is loaded with guys that can score. So sometimes if somebody else isn't, it's because there's one of the other guys that's scoring. No different than the Kellogg Wildcats, really. They've got their top 2 guys in Colby Luna and Ripley Luna, and they have both averaged double digits per game. I'm not sure what Colby's average is, but I know Ripley's around 20 per game, I think, all season long. So, and then they've got several guys underneath them that can do the same thing. So it's really tough to shut either one of these teams down in entirety, I guess you could say. And that's what makes this matchup so fun. We're going to take another break. We'll come back and talk about the previous matchups this season between these two teams, the Wildcats and the Lumberjacks. District championship action here from Lumberjack Gymnasium.
We are Dairy West. That means we are milk people, family people, animal people, people people. We are environment-loving people, giving back people, job-creating people, and glass all the way full people. As your local dairy producers, we are more than farmers. We are Dairy West.
It's time to winterize your home, and there's no better place to start than at everyone's hardware and lumber store, 10th Street Lumber. They have insulation, house wraps, stoves, and heaters. See their huge selection of power tools, paints, and painting supplies. And, of course, they have a full line of lumber supplies. Stop by 10th Street Lumber and see what they can do for you. And remember, 10th Street Lumber will deliver anywhere on 10th Street and Railroad Avenue, 10th Street Lumber.
Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oaks at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oaks a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255. As winter drags on, you still need to stay warm and keep your animals fed. Triple X Feeds in St. Mary's has all of those needs and more covered. You can stop by Triple X Feeds and pick up wood pellets for your pellet stove and pet food for your indoor or outdoor critters. Also, as spring grows closer, that means 4-H season. If you have a 4-H member in your household that raises turkeys or chickens, talk to Triple X Feeds about getting your 4-H project. Triple X Feeds in St. Mary's.
St. Mary's Realty is a St. Mary's icon. Why? Because they are a team. They work for you. And they've been a team for many years. Whether you are buying your first home, looking for a recreational cabin, or selling your current home, St. Mary's Realty puts their team on it for you. So stop in or give them a call today at 245-4502 and let their team be your team. That's St. Maries Realty at 726 Main Avenue, St. Maries.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Heidi Kruger, your St. Maries Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Heidi Kruger is a proud sponsor of the Lumberjacks on KOFE. For all your investment needs, call 208-755-5294 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Tim Parrish back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. 10 minutes, just under 11 minutes actually, until opening ceremonies. The tension is building, the excitement is building, the crowd is filling in, and man, oh man, I can guarantee you it's going to be a wild night. And with highs and lows for both teams, it's going to be exciting to see who can come out with the win tonight. And I expect a dogfight here in Lumberjack Gymnasium. And these two teams, I've got the stats from the two times they've played this year. So evenly matched, it's scary. St. Maries holds just the edge over Kellogg in scoring just because of that last game. St. Maries averaging 59 points per game against the Wildcats. The Wildcats averaging 57 points per game. Both teams shooting very well against each other. St. Maries at 40%, the Wildcats at 42% from the field. 3-point range. Both teams, again, almost dead even. 26% for the Lumberjacks, 27% for the Wildcats. Both teams, St. Maries about 5 of 19 on average. The Wildcats 6 of 22. Free throw shooting, Kellogg definitely has the edge on that one. 71% from the charity stripe. St. Maries 64%. You definitely don't want to let your free throw shooting slip in one of these games because something like this could easily come down to your appearances at the free throw line. St. Maries does hold the rebounding edge with 34 rebounds per game to the Wildcats, 26 rebounds per game. I heard, I think it was Simon Miller and those guys mentioning it in the last game that I watched when Kellogg played Wallace in their final regular season game. And they talked about St. Maries having all that height they have down underneath. Kellogg isn't no slouch in the height department, but I guess they feel that St. Maries has a little bit of an edge there. And but Colby Luna and Ripley Luna are both 6'2". Now I know St. Maries has a couple guys that are listed as 6'6", but I don't know. I just think that it's still fairly evenly matched. But St. Maries does win that rebounding battle, so there's probably something to it there a little bit. The assist category, again, fairly close. St. Maries averaging 12, the Wildcats averaging 9. Steals, Kellogg edges out St. Maries with 9 steals per game, St. Maries with 8. In the block shot category, Kellogg averages about 3 per game, St. Maries about 2. And these are stats against each other. This isn't against other teams. Turnovers, Kellogg with 11 per game, St. Maries with 13 per game against each other. Personal fouls dead even at 17. Points per game against each other. Let's go to the Wildcats. Ripley Luna is averaging right around 20 points per game against the Lumberjacks. He's also shot 17 of 21 in 2 games from the free throw line, 81%. He has actually been the one to go to the free throw line for the most against St. Maries. And I mentioned it in the last game. If you're going to foul somebody and put him to the free throw line, you don't really want it to be Ripley. He seems to be just about automatic from the charity stripe. But Colby, he's gone to the free throw line a few times as well. He is 83%, just a few times less there. I think it was like 5 of 6 from the charity stripe. And he's averaging 10 points a game against St. Mary's. 9 points per game for Luke Miller against the Lumberjacks. 6 points per game for Reed Watcott. And 4 points per game for Bridger McLean. And 2 points per game for Tom O'Neill and Logan Hendricks. For St. Mary's, let's see. We've got Grayson Sands. He's averaging 19 points per game versus the Wildcats. Kellogg, I'm sure, wanted to look at a way to try to limit Grayson's attempts, just like St. Mary's is trying to limit Colby and Ripley's looks at the bucket. 12 points per game for Tristan Hill. 9 points per game for Trace Wick. 6 points per game for Wyatt Holmes and for Jared Badgett. And 4 points per game for Dylan Holder. 5 points per game for Tyler Renner. So that is a little bit of a look at these two teams going against each other. I also want to give a shout out to Colby and Ripley Luna as they matched. They actually have now surpassed by their 1,000-point career point in their high school career with the Kellogg Wildcats. They did that against Wallace. I think they both finished that game with 1,001 points apiece. That is a very, very tough thing to accomplish to get to that 1,000-point mark. And all the time I've been here for St. Mary's, I don't know if anybody's ever done it. I've never seen any kind of honoring during a game or after a game for it, so I don't believe it's happened. And I did look back a little bit and found some of the information for the closest to that 1,000-point category. And Tristan Gentry right now, he graduated last year. He is the Lumberjack that I see that has come the closest with 814 points on his high school career. With Eli Gibson, because they do count JV points as well, Eli Gibson in his varsity career had 757 points. He played about a half a season on JV, so I don't know how close he got to that 1,000-point mark, but I'm assuming that since he was never recognized for it, that he didn't get over that benchmark either. And this year, seniors, the closest one right now is Grayson Sands at 695 points. And I did the math. He would have had to have averaged 60 points per game over the last, and that's if we make it to the state tournament for St. Mary's. He would have had to have averaged 60 points, 65 points per game from 2 games ago, I think it was, all the way through. If the Lumberjacks make it to state and played all 3 games at state, that's where he would have to average to get that 1,000-point number. It is not an easy task to complete. So again, hats off to Ripley and Colby Luna for achieving that. And I've always been keeping an eye on it because I've always been curious. I've seen where they also, I guess, are going to play football. I think it was the University of Miami. So I want to congratulate them on that as well. And after their high school career, I want to wish the Luna twins the best of luck after their high school careers are over and in their future endeavors. They are some very high-quality athletes. They've been fun to watch throughout the years whenever St. Mary's has played them. It's been fun to watch them, and it's also been tough to watch them sometimes because they're such good athletes. 3 minutes to go. My goodness, things are getting going pretty quickly. And I've already basically covered some of that stuff with Kellogg. Of course, they are coached by Mike Martin, 16-6 record, 5-1 overall, second place in the league this year. They average 58 points per game overall on the season, and they allow just 47 points per game to their opponents. The Wildcats beat Kellogg 51-42 in their first round district tournament action. Ripley Luna finished with 22 points. Colby Luna finished with 18 points in that contest. And then Luke Miller had 8, and McLean had 3 for the Wildcats. And some of this is cut off, so I don't know if maybe Tom O'Neill had some points or not, but it cut off his stat line on my thing. I want to give a quick good luck and shout out to the Lumberjack wrestlers. I've got a full list now of wrestlers that made it to state. Also, good luck to the BPA state students. Sammy Sint, Kylie Boutelier, Sarah Spence, Ethan Kohler, I believe, Cassidy Scott, Brennan Green, and Carolina Humphrey. The Lumberjack boys, the wrestlers, placed second this year at district. Again, congratulations to the Kellogg Wildcats. They're sending a whole bunch of wrestlers to state this year, and they were the district champions of 2A for wrestling. And so, again, good luck to the Wildcats as well at state for wrestling. I think all those teams have headed down as of today. I don't have a list of Kellogg wrestlers. I actually wanted to look for one and try to find one, but I don't know even how to get it. So I just want to give that broad statement as a good luck to the Wildcat wrestlers at state. For St. Mary's, I don't know if I'm going to go over the weight classification. It's going to take a little bit too long, so I'm just going to go through the names of who made it to state for St. Mary's wrestling. Peyton Lingo, Avon Johnson, Alex Dishman, Zach David, Landon Tweedy, Lewis Blow, Jarrett Brebner, Kyson Watts, Cody Teff, Kelton Allman, Amato Stewart, Connor Gomez, Aiden Yearout, Maddie Johnson, Trey Gibson, Russell Brousseau, Scott Soden, Landon Warren, and Jackson Nantel. I want to wish those guys all and gals all good luck at state wrestling this year. Injured reserve was Kid Brock Anderson, Carter Moore, Gage Green, Ethan Kohler, and Zach Stoughton. Good luck to the coaches as well for the wrestlers, as you've got head coach Dennis Humphrey, assistant coach Hayden Humphrey, Joe Bloomsburg, and Pete Durlam. So that's a shout out to all of those guys. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the national anthem.
Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat, located next to Harvest Foods in St. Mary's. Open 24 hours, we have washers and dryers of all sizes to get your laundry done quickly. If you'd like to get your laundry done in less than 5 minutes, take advantage of our drop-off laundry service where we wash, dry, and fold it for you. While you do your laundry, be sure to take advantage of our touchless automatic car wash, which has that great undercarriage spray to get the grime off. Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat can be found at riverbendbubbles.com or call 208-582-4844.
And I was going to take a little bit longer break, but we are ready to get things going for opening ceremonies, and I didn't want to miss the bands performing the national anthem tonight, so we came right back after that quick break, and we are ready to get things rolling. National anthem tonight will be performed by the Wildcat and the Lumberjack band. And that was the Lumberjack and Wildcat band with the national anthem here tonight. Shout out to Ella Pooler from her mom, Claudia Pooler, as she is here playing trumpet for the Lumberjack, or for the Wildcat band. Now the starting lineup for the Wildcats. It's the first starter, the 5'7" senior, numbers 6'2" senior, Colby Luna. The 6'1" senior, number 21, Colton Matsutsik. And also the number 24, 6-foot senior, Logan Hendricks. The Wildcats coached by Mike Martin. He's assisted by Taylor Tompkins, J.R. Buffington, Everett Jennings, and Josh McDonald. Now the starting lineup for your St. Mary's Lumberjacks. We have the number 0 of the 6'4" junior post, Wyatt Holmes. It's the 6-foot senior guard, number 1, Grayson Sands. It's the 6'1" senior guard, number 5, Dylan Holder. It is the 6'6" senior post, number 22, Tyler Renner. And the 5'9" senior guard, number 23, Trey Swift. Your Lumberjacks are coached by Brian Chase, assisted by Donnie Eberlin and A.J. Bechtel. Where is he here? Get my guys. Lumberjacks in their white uniforms. They will be going left to right. Wildcats in their black and purple. They'll be going right to left. It'll be Colby Luna going up against Tyler Renner at the midcourt circle. Oakland's ref is getting ready to step into the midcourt circle. Checking with everybody, making sure everybody is ready to go, ready to get this action underway here. And the ball is up, controlled by the Wildcats. Ripley Luna has it. Works left side, working quickly underneath. Kicks it out to the top, foul underneath. St. Mary's gets called for the blocking foul early on, and that's not what you want if you're the Lumberjacks. That's going to be against Tyler Renner underneath. A little too much body as Ripley Luna went baseline down there. Ripley right into Colby. Ball is knocked loose. Coming away with it is Tyler Renner. A little bit too much heat, I think, in on that pass. Going to get a three-point shot on the way by Sands. It's off the mark. He's going to get his own rebound. Gets it out to Wyatt Holmes. And Wyatt Holmes puts it up and good for the Lumberjacks. They score first. St. Mary's with their pressure defense on. The Wildcats have the ball. It's in the hands of Ripley Luna. Ripley down to number one of, oh boy. I don't have a number one on my roster. Let's see if there is on that one. Oh, Luke Miller is number one. Change up of his number. Have to let my stats girl know that. Deep three on the way from Colby. It is off the mark. Rebound, saved back in for the Wildcats. Shot from Luke. He tried to kind of pause in the air, got the shot blocked, got his own rebound though, and was able to put the shot up and good. Tie ball game, 2 apiece. Early first period. That was some good work by Miller. And not a bad pass. I think Dylan Holder was expecting Tyler Renner to do something a little bit different there, and Tyler didn't spin to the inside. The ball went out of bounds. Turnover St. Mary's. 2-2-1 press for the Lumberjacks. Ripley brings it across, gets tripped up between the Lumberjacks, and it's going to be a turnover on the Wildcats. Sands into the lane, floater, shot won't fall in. Rebound tipped out to the Wildcats. They'll come the other way. Fast action right now for both teams. At the elbow, it's Luna. That's Ripley. No good. Rebound pulled down by, I'm going to give it to Renner. Sands works on the right side. Dribble kicked up over to they swing it around to Wyatt Holmes. Back to the top now to Holder. Wildcats look to be, I think they're in a zone. Maybe it is a man. Might be a mix even. It's hard to tell at the moment. Going to have the ball back up to Sands. Straight away. Works to the left a little bit. He's directing traffic. St. Mary's slowing the offense down a little bit here this time. Over to Holder, to the corner. Sands, little stutter, looks underneath. Gets the no-look pass down to Wyatt Holmes, and Holmes catches it in. 3-point shot by Luna on the way, no good. Looking for the foul, didn't get it. But the point, it's Luke Miller with the putback. St. Mary's back the other way. Grayson Sands loses the ball. It's going to go out of bounds off of St. Mary's. Substitutions coming in for the Lumberjacks. 5:22 to go. Holder comes out, as does Renner. Wicks and Badgett into the game. Or not Wicks, Badgett and Hill. Wildcats again, bringing it across, and that Lumberjack pressure, 2-2-1 press, and there's a lot of contact by Grayson Sands. He's going to pick up foul number 2 on the Lumberjacks. Yeah, Colby Luna triggered that 3 from the corner. Looked like there might have been some contact. It didn't blow the whistle on it. Wildcats with the ball. Colby had it, gets it back to Ripley. Now to Miller, back to Colby. Now to Miller. Miller left side of the floor. St. Mary's in a bit of a zone. Now the Wildcats work it back to the right side. Wicks has the ball, right side, down to the corner to Grayson. Now underneath to Holmes. Holmes goes up strong, counts the bucket and the foul on Wyatt Holmes, able to put it in. Holmes has all 6 of the Lumberjack points. And again, Sands with the assist. First foul against the Wildcats. Trace Wicks comes out. Checking back in is Holder. Tyler Renner looking to come in as well. Wyatt Holmes going to the free throw line. I think Holmes is the one that might come out. Wyatt, 58% free throw shooter. A back iron, no good. Ball is knocked way out, and it's going to come off of the Lumberjack. Tyler Renner checks in. I believe it was Wyatt Holmes that comes out. St. Mary's ties it up, 6-6. Working it around the horn for the Wildcats. Down to the free throw line, opposite side. Miller thought about a 3 for a second, decided not to. Shot now on the way from three-point range, won't fall in. Tristan Hill with a big rebound over the Wildcat body. Holder the other way for St. Mary's. Over to the Badgett, left side. Badgett drives. Lots of contact underneath. Shot no good. Rebound goes to the Wildcats. Coach Chase thought there might have been a blocking foul there. Not going to get the call. Luna into the lane. Kicks it out to the short corner. Little stutter. Shot up. No good. Blocked by Hill. Matt Matrosic with the shot. The rebound to the Lumberjacks. I didn't see who had the rebound. 3-point shot by Badgett, in and out, but crashing the boards is Holder. He couldn't get his shot to go. Hill gets the rebound, and he puts it up and good. Lumberjacks retake the lead. Okay. St. Mary's with a steal. Shot up for St. Mary's, no good. Hill with the rebound, lots of contact. Get a whistle. It's a foul against the Wildcats, I do believe. I didn't see who missed the shot for St. Mary's. The foul goes against the 21 of Machosic, so he'll go out. St. Mary's gets the ball in to Holder. Little jump shot from just inside three-point range. Can't get the shot to fall. Rebound goes to the Wildcats. Lumberjack crowd looking for a travel ball there. Not going to get it. Ripley Luna has the ball for the Wildcats at the midcourt circle. Had Badgett all over him. Gets it out to number 3 of Watcott. Now to the free throw line to McLean. McLean works his way into the paint. Picks up the dribble. Goes back to the right wing. Now out to Colby Luna. He's working his way into the paint against Holder. Now finds Ripley. Right side. Ripley tries to penetrate. Gets into the lane. Finds an outlet. Stood up underneath his O'Neal. Back out to the left corner. Back to Watcott. Watcott short corner. Back to the top of the key. And a travel there called against Tom O'Neal. Turnover on Kellogg. 2:33 to go. First period, 8-6. Lumberjack lead. And we've got a substitution or two coming out. Tyler Renner back out. Wyatt Holmes back in. Grayson Sands checks out for a moment. And I think it was Trace Wicks going back in for him. 8-6. Low scoring so far, first period. 2.5 to go. Holder to Hill. Hill, corner, left side. High entry pass into Holmes. Can't get his shot to fall in. Rebound to Hill. Hill's going to be fouled, I believe. That foul goes against Ripley, it looks like. That's his first foul, third team for the Wildcats. St. Mary's will inbound from baseline. Grayson Sands will trigger it in as he is back into the game quickly. Didn't even see Grayson come back in. Gonna get Holmes, gets to the lane, tries to lay it up, put it in. It's not gonna fall in. And it's gonna be actually a tie-up. Ball will stay with St. Mary's. St. Mary's into the paint to Holmes. And they're going to call a jump ball there as the Wildcats tied up. Holmes had it. I think it was Watcott to get the hold of it. And the possession arrow goes over to the Wildcats. 2:13 to go, first period. Exactly how we thought this game would be. 8-6, Lumberjacks with a 2-point lead. Largest lead of the game for either team is 2 points. Waiting for the inbound pass. St. Mary's changes up their pressure a little bit. Looks like they're more in a trap now. Luna will bring it down for the Wildcats. Watcott gets it across the timeline, right side of the floor, back to the middle to Luna. Luna drives up the free throw line, now works his way, tries to muscle under, does so. Gets the shot up and good. Tie ball game once again. Long down court pass, bad idea by St. Mary's. They turn it over. Wildcats want to see if they can reclaim the lead. 1:47 to go, first period. 8 apiece. Colby Luna works up top, right side of the floor. Hands it off to Ripley in the corner, kind of on the wing. Ripley, cross court to the corner to Watcott. His three on the way. It's off the front iron, no good. Kristen Hill can't quite pull the rebound in, though, so the offensive board will go to the Wildcats. And coming out for St. Mary's, Wyatt Holmes. Checking back in, Tyler Renner. Wildcats inbound, sideline, right side. Ball almost thrown away by Wick. Wildcats keep it. Luna, little head fake up three-point range. Hands it out to his brother, Rip Colby. Colby, shot won't fall in. Looking for a foul as he gets knocked to the ground again. Doesn't get it. Rebound to the Lumberjacks. Renner works his way underneath. Has the ball slapped away for a minute. Able to regather. And we got a three in the key. I'm not sure if it was against Hill or Renner. Renner said I had the ball, so I don't know how I can get the call, and I think it might have possibly gone against Hill. Either way, three in the key against St. Mary's. Wildcats make a substitution. I did not see who it was. Again, St. Mary's now back into the press, it looks like. 2-2-1. Wildcats get it across to Miller. Miller picks up his dribble at the timeline, gets it out to Luna. That's Colby into the lane. Shot is up, and it falls home for Colby Luna. Another lead change in the game. 10-8, Wildcats up. 50 seconds on the clock. Wicks has the ball stolen away from him. Wildcats the other way. Shot up to no good, but an offensive board for the Wildcats. It's Ripley Luna that puts it up and good for Kellogg. Largest lead of the game for either team, and that's 4 points. 12-8. Stands with the ball. 26 seconds. Gets the screen from Hill. Drives. He loses the ball. Nope. Getting it back was Wicks. Three-pointer was on the way. It was no good. Wicks had the rebound for a second. And then the Wildcats end up with it. Wicks comes from behind and gets a steal, though. 5 seconds on the clock. A little bit late. A little bit early to launch that shot. Wildcats the other way at the buzzer. No good. And that's how the first quarter comes to an end. Energy, action-packed. 12-8. Wildcats lead. We'll be back.
When your car's not running right, you want an honest mechanic that provides quality work at an affordable price. That can be tough, unless your dad owns a repair shop. But in St. Mary's, times have changed. You have Jim's Auto, and they treat every customer like family. Get everything from regular maintenance to major repairs done at Jim's Auto and Tire Pros. Jim's Auto doesn't just offer oil changes. They're a full-service shop. Jim's Auto can diagnose that checked engine light, change your brakes, and fix your alignment. Ask about Jim's Auto's new Express Lane with same-day or next-day oil and tire services. And don't forget, Jim's Auto is an authorized Tire Pros dealer with nationwide warranty, service protection plan, and free roadside assistance. Jim's Auto and Tire Pros located at 69 Milwaukee Road, St. Mary's.
And we are back. We got to turn off the crowd mic there for that break. Lumberjacks trail 12-8, largest lead of the game for either team. It's 4. Been probably 3 or 4 lead changes, a couple of ties. And it'll be Lumberjack ball to start second period. Got 4 ties, 3 lead changes. Already an action-packed game. Of course, we knew it was going to be. St. Mary's will start with possession here. Same 5 on the floor for the Lumberjacks. Badgett into Sands. Sands setting up the play. Moving his guys around. Picks up the dribble near the sideline, left side. Miller all over him. Gets it out to Renner. Looks to be more of maybe a man defense or just an in-your-face zone for the Wildcats. High entry into Holmes. Holmes, first shot is blocked. Gets his own rebound. Second shot was no good. I think we'll get a foul against St. Mary's. Jared Badgett picks up his first foul. Team's third. Both teams with 3 fouls apiece. Badgett trying to get the steal from Luna, from Ripley. Almost gets it. But Ripley easily recovers. Gets over to Colby. Colby to Miller. Miller drives down to the low post. Backs out to Colby. Colby for a deep 3. Off the iron. No good. Rebound goes to Holmes. Holmes ahead to Sands. Neither team able to connect from 3-point range just yet. Wick to Renner. Renner moving strong. Shot up off the glass. Won't fall in. The bucket has a lid on it for the Lumberjacks the last couple of possessions. That was a good look by Renner. Just couldn't get it to fall in. 12-8. Wildcats 4-point lead over St. Mary's. Ripley has it for the Wildcats up top. He works to the left now. He's got Trace Wicks guarding him. Looking for a screen. No. Timeout taken by... Nope. They're not going to get the timeout in time. And I'm not sure it's a turnover. I think it was a 5-second. I think it was the unguarded rule or the guarded rule. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on what the call was, but it does go against Kellogg, and it's a turnover. Grayson Sands brings it slowly down. He has Miller on him. St. Mary's getting ready to send in some substitutions. Back to the top for Renner. Renner back over to Wick. Looking into Sands. Sands just inside 3-point range. He's going to spin his way towards the lane, and he's going to shuffle his feet a little too much and get called for the travel. He's not sure. I thought I seen the shuffle of the feet there. He doesn't think so, but I do think I even seen it. Holder and Hill check in for the Lumberjacks. St. Mary's again, backcourt pressure. 6.5 to go, first half. 12-8, Lumberjacks lead, or Lumberjacks trail. Miller to the corner. Watcott back to the top to Colby. Now to Ripley. Ripley, top of the key. Out to Watcott, I believe it was. 3-point shot up, and that's the first one that's good for the Wildcats. 7-point lead. Largest lead of the game for either team. Badgett to Sands. Sands, left side, to the corner to Holmes. Still left side, back to Sands. Wildcats not giving St. Mary's any breathing room on the perimeter. Back to Hill. Now to Badgett. Badgett gets a little bit of an open look. It's up. It's not any good. Lots of contact on that rebound. Wildcats pull it down. Going to get a head fake by Ripley. Drives the lane. Shot is up. It falls through, but Wyatt Holmes going to draw the charge. And that foul goes against Ripley. That's number 2. Checking in for the Wildcats, Bridger McLean. Ripley will come out with 2 fouls. 5.5 to go first half, 15-8. Wildcats have the 7-point advantage. St. Mary's outscored 3-0 here in the second quarter. We know that this game against these two teams can start scoring at any point. Holder out to Holmes. Now looking back into Hill. Hill makes some contact, trying to clear some room out. Can't get the shot to go. Fighting for the rebound. And a foul called. That one looks like it goes against Hill. I'm not sure if Hill thought he fouled him or if Hill thought he got fouled. But in any case, both teams with 4 fouls. Wildcats get the ball in, right side of the floor. St. Mary's with the backcourt pressure. Across to Watcott. Down to the corner to Machusik. Back to the 3 of Watcott. Short jumper. No good. Rebound to Holmes. Get to the head to Holder. St. Mary's has gone just about almost 4 minutes now without a bucket. Deep three by Sands. It's nothing but net. 15-11. St. Mary's cuts it to a 4-point deficit. Into the middle to Miller. Miller finds McLean. His shot blocked. Offensive rebound to the Wildcats. They go to put the shot back up. It's no good and a foul call. That foul goes against Wyatt Holmes. First trip to the free throw line for either team. Wildcats shooting high 70s, I believe it was, from the free throw line against St. Mary's. That free throw is no good by Matusik. Badgett comes out. I think it was Renner that checked in. I think he was the only substitution for St. Mary's. Second free throw on the way. That one is good. 5-point lead for the Wildcats. 15-11. 4.5 to go. 16-11. 5 points. 4.5 to go in the first half. Over to Sands. Sands, right wing from Lumberjacks. Looking to Renner up at the free throw line. Now they look into Holder. Holder makes a nice move. Puts the shot up and good by Dylan Holder. St. Mary's cuts it to 3. Pass down into Matusik. Right corner. Cross court to Hendricks. St. Mary's quickly closes on him. Goes to Luna. Luna up top. That's Colby. Now back to Matusik. Right wing. Up to the free throw line. Goes back out to Colby Luna. Luna working right side. Brings it to the free throw line. Kicks it back out to Hendricks. Wildcats working it around. Being patient. St. Mary's looks to be in a bit of a man defense. McLean into the lane. Kicks it back out to Matusik. He takes it to the free throw line. Out to Hendricks. Hendricks, shot won't fall. No, that's O'Neal. Rebound goes to Grayson Sands. Gonna get it to Holder for 3. His shot won't fall. Fight for the loose ball. Rebound to the Wildcats. Physical game. A steal by the Lumberjacks. Grayson Sands intercepts that like a cornerback. And then St. Mary's, I think, gets called for a kickball, it looks like. Timeout taken by the Wildcats. I'm guessing that's what's going to be called, as the official said kick ball, and it must have been when Grayson was on the ground that they called that. So the ball goes back to Kellogg. 13-16, St. Mary's trails by 3. Substitutions made for St. Mary's. I know Holder is out. I think he might be the only sub, as checking in was Wicks, I believe. The Wildcats with the ball, 3:13 to go, first half. 16-13, Wildcats with the 3-point lead. Ripley Luna's checked back in for St. Mary's, or for the Wildcats. He has it up top, swings it back to the left side to Hendricks. Now they get it into Miller, working it around, 3-point shot on the way. It's up and good by Colby. Again, Colby thought he got touched in the face there by, I think it was Grayson Sands, and still didn't get the call. I couldn't quite tell from my position, but it did look like there might have been some contact there. Sands drives the lane. Again, the shot won't fall for him. And again, the bucket on the floor, or on the lid on the bucket for St. Mary's. Trace Wick gets called for the foul. That's 6 fouls against the Lumberjacks. As he fouls Ripley. 2:41 to go first half. 19-13, a 6-point lead for the Wildcats. They've led by 7. St. Mary's has led by 2. Wildcats have outshot St. Mary's, or outscored 7-5. Not a big difference, but just enough right now to keep that edge for them. Wildcats working it around the top of the key. Ripley has it. Now down to Hendricks, looking to the low post, back out to Hendricks. Now to Ripley. Ripley, head fake, into the free throw line. Shot is up. No good. Rebound goes to Kristen Hill. Out to Sands. Stand, pull up 3. It's up and good. I believe it was 3. Maybe it was only 2. It was 3 from the right wing. 16-19, Lumberjacks trail by 3. Down to the wing to Hendrick. Back to the top to Ripley. Ripley back to Hendrick. Hendrick, middle to high post to Miller. Miller thought about a shot, didn't take it, kicked it back out. 3-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound pulled down by Holmes. Trace Wick takes it ahead, gets it up to Stan. Stan, deep 3, that probably shouldn't have been forced up, but he did. And the rebound, though, goes to Holmes. Stan, cross court to Holmes. Holmes for 3, that's off the mark. Rebound to Renner. Renner spins into the lane, but gets called for the travel. 19-16, Lumberjacks trail. 1:25 to go, first half. Checking out for the Wildcats is Hendricks and O'Neill. St. Mary's had Holder come in. Badgett wasn't the one to sit down. I think it was Renner. I didn't see who came in for Kellogg. Ripley Luna has the ball. I think one of them was Bridger McLean. Ripley has it, left side, cross court to Watcott. I think he was the other one that checked in. Back out to Colby. Minute 13 to go, first half. Wildcats maybe going to run a little bit of a wait for the last shot here with a minute to go. We'll see. Up to the free throw line to McLean. Corner, nope. Luna takes the 3. Off the mark. Fight for the loose ball. It's loose. Wildcats able to finally wrestle it away from St. Mary's. Colby Luna drives, kicks it to the corner. Miller, 3, long. Putback is good by the number 12 of McLean. 21-16, 5-point deficit for the Lumberjacks. 38 seconds on the clock. Sands to Wick. Wick back to Sands, short corner. Sands looks into Holder. Holder's shot won't fall in. Again, that's just some good looks down there. And so many good looks from underneath for St. Mary's. They just haven't been able to get one to fall in. The Wildcats do turn it over on the other side. Lost the ball out of bounds. Machusik checks back in for the Wildcats. This game has been highly defensive. Ripley Luna checks back in. Low scoring affair, 21-16. Wildcats lead, 25 seconds on the clock. High post, or into the post to Hill. Hill back out to Wick. Round the horn, Sand. Again, St. Mary's getting everything contested as they go underneath. That ball is going to come loose out of Holmes' hands. It's going to come off of a Wildcat player. I think it came off of Miller and goes out of bounds. So St. Mary's will re-inbound from baseline. Grayson Sands to trigger it in. Hill to Wick. Back to Sands. 11 seconds. Sands working against Miller. Miller going to get called for the foul. 8.6 seconds on the clock. 5th foul on the Wildcats. Checking in for Kellogg is Tom O'Neill. Checking out Luke Miller. St. Mary's needs to take advantage of this possession. They've had the ball for quite a bit on this one. Into the post. Hill goes up, strong, shot, no good. Lots of that. I'm going to say that one. There was quite a bit of contact. He went to the ground. And no, Renner or Hill being a big body against the big body, he's not able to get those calls. And the final buzzer for the first half, 21-16, Lumberjack with the deficit. We'll be back with a look at the halftime statistics.
Winter is in full force, and Timber Country and the Country Fair invite you in out of the cold to check out their winter sale deals. Need some new winter boots or gloves? How does 20% off sound? Maybe a new jacket. 40 or 50% off sounds great. Those deals and more at Timber Country and Country Fair on Main Street in St. Mary's. There's more than clothes as well. Sports apparel, hunting gear, toys, sleds, and more at Timber Country and the Country Fair in St. Mary's. Stop by today.
T1FCU's Ascend Checking is a simple free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend checking account. Learn more at t1fcu.org/ascend. T1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Maries.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? You need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home, shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
With stage 1 and 2 of the sports complex nearly complete, the Lumberjack Booster Club thanks Archie's IGA, Shift and Grind, and the St. Maries community for their fundraising efforts and continued support in making this sports complex come to life. The next stage will be the sprinkler system. The Booster Club is looking for new members. If you have kids in high school or soon entering high school, now is the time to get involved with the Booster Club. For more information on how you can help with the sports complex or questions about becoming a member, contact Donnie Masterson at 208-582-1802 or by email at golumberjacks@gmail.com. And as always, go Lumberjack!
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active? Definitely. Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Idaho, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Tim Parrish back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium, halftime. Wildcats Lumberjack District Championship action, and the Wildcats hold the 5-point edge right now over St. Maries, 21-16, in a hard-fought battle in the beginning of this contest. I want to make mention, like I said, when just at that last little bit of action there, when Tristan Hill went up from underneath, tried to get that shot in, and he ended up getting bumped to the ground. He was looking for hopefully a foul call in his favor. But a lot of times when you get the big body on the big body, you're not going to get necessarily. If you're a smaller guy and you have the big guy going up to the shot, you might actually, or no, yeah, if you're the smaller guy going up, when you got two big men, right, likely to get that benefit of the doubt. In any case, it's been tough sledding for the Lumberjacks as far as the game is close, obviously, but St. Maries has only shot 25% from the field tonight so far. Kellogg at 36%. The Wildcats have been basically contesting everything for St. Maries. I mean, St. Maries is trying to do the same thing for Kellogg as well, but Kellogg has been flying around. And then they really have been bracketing everything inside as well. So a good job by the Wildcats on their defense tonight. And St. Mary's been playing good defense as well. But the Wildcats have held St. Mary's a little bit less in the shooting category. 3-point shooting, St. Mary's holds the advantage there with 22%, 2 of 9. Kellogg with 18%, 2 of 11. Free throws, 1 of 3 for Kellogg. St. Mary's is 0 for 1. Rebounding, Kellogg has a 1 rebound edge, 20-19. 4 assists for St. Mary's, 2 assists for Kellogg. St. Mary's has 5 steals, the Wildcats with 1. 4 blocks from St. Mary's, 1 block shot from Kellogg. Both teams with 7 turnovers. Foul numbers not bad, 4 for Kellogg, 6 for St. Mary's. 2 points off the bench for the Lumberjacks. And let's see, Wadcott, I think, is the only Wildcat with points off the bench, and that's 3 points for Kellogg. off the bench. 8 points, second chance points for the Wildcats, 6 second chance points for St. Mary's, 4 points off turnovers for the Wildcats, 2 points off turnovers for St. Mary's. So very close there, not a big discrepancy in those numbers. Again, it's going to depend on who makes the adjustments coming out of the half. Kellogg maybe not thinking of too many adjustments as they have done a pretty good job. St. Mary's needs to do something. Maybe they can get this bucket change to help in their favor, as they've had some really good looks that just wouldn't fall for them on the opposite end. So we'll see what happens. Scoring for the Wildcats, 5 points for Colby Luna, 4 points for Ripley Luna, 4 points for Luke Miller, 3 points for Reed Watcott, 2 points for Logan Hendricks, and 1 for Colton Machusik. I think we're missing, I added all that up, I think we're missing 2 points for somebody. For the Lumberjacks, 1, 2, 3, 4 guys scoring. Wyatt Holmes with 6, Grayson Sands with 6, Hill has 2, Holder has 2. St. Mary's needs to get a little bit more action going down there. 6 rebounds for Holmes, 5 for Tristan Hill. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with the second half.
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those Lumberjacks.
Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud Lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life, plus they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown teams. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's.
Tax time is here again. I know, it's not your favorite. But at 8 in our block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care, so you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Any adventure, any task, any time, there's a Yamaha utility ATV for any ride and any rider. See the full lineup at St. Mary's Don Cycle. Adventure seekers can start with the trail-tested capability and comfort of the Yamaha Grizzly lineup. For the ultimate in mid-size ATV performance, check out the Yamaha Kodiak 450. And for those who mix work and pleasure, the Yamaha Kodiak 700 line devours chores and leaves room for adventure. Find your utility ATV at St. Mary's Don Cycle or YamahaMotorsports.com.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to safety, but it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the hot deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to safety.
Now we are back. The Wildcats will start with possession in the second half. So St. Mary's is going to want to come out with a quick, hopefully good defensive stand and not let Kellogg extend that lead back out to 7. But let's see what happens here. Teams will switch sides. Wildcats going left to right. Ripley Luna will bring it across for the Wildcats. Over to the left wing. Back up to Ripley. Over to Colby on the right side. Back up the top to Ripley. St. Mary's in his zone. Back to the top to Ripley, working it around the perimeter. Now they look inside. Miller, shot blocked, goes out of bounds. Tyler Renner with the big block. He thought he had a good head fake on. I thought he did too. but a little bit of a height advantage for Tyler Renner there over Miller. Wildcats looking to get it in from sideline, trying to find somebody. Into the corner to Hendrick. Hendrick takes it to the right wing. Now they get it back out to Ripley. Ripley pulls up along to a foul going to be called on, I believe, Grayson Sands. Sands doesn't know where the foul came from. They say that he got him in the back of the head. It should only be 2 free throws. First trip to the free throw line for Ripley. Again, I mentioned it before, though, he is just about Mr. Automatic from the charity stripe. Now the broadcaster jinx there as he misses the first free throw. Second free throw on the way. That one is good. Could almost pretty much, are they going to say it was a 3? They're going to say it was a 3-point attempt. I thought he was across the line, but he makes 2 of the 3. 23-16, Lumberjacks trail by 7. Holder has the ball, brings it to the left side, picks up his dribble. Back up to Renner. Renner hands it off to Wick. Wick hands it off to Sands. Sands, free throw line. Oh, Sands dips the shoulder and draws foul number 3 on Grayson, and Grayson's going to be out for a minute. Wildcats definitely have what they would like to have with that one to get Grayson Sands into foul trouble, and he is. Badgett comes in, I believe. Badgett with a steal as he comes in. Badgett the other way. Slows things down across the timeline. Over to Wick. Wick, long 3. Well off the mark for that one. I'm not sure if Coach Chase would have given him the green light for that 3. Wildcats rebound. Ripley, left corner. Gets it to Machusic. Machusic over to Miller. Miller, right wing. Goes to the short corner. Back to Machusic as it was Miller that had it. That ball tipped by Renner. St. Mary's with the steal. Gets it up to Badgett. Badgett just barely able to pull that ball in. Goes to Holmes. Holmes to Wick to Holder. Holder to Renner. Renner has Luna on him. Renner's shot won't go. Looking to try to draw contact. Not going to get the contact he wanted. Lumberjack post players are just not winning the battles inside and drawing the contact they want. Hendrick has it on the left side. Up to Luna. That's Ripley. He's up to the elbow. Kicks it cross court to Miller. Miller for 3. That is good by Luke Miller. 10-point lead for the Wildcats. St. Mary's going to take a timeout. 5:58 to go. Biggest lead of the game for either team, and it is a full timeout. We'll take it as well.
Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler dropped in the toilet to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goals. Hughes Ace Hardware is a place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time. Jack Fuel Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses, and most importantly, people. Jack Fuel Trucking believes in responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, if you take a close look, those aren't just chips, they're an entire community. Jack Fuel Trucking.
And we are back. St. Mary's trails by 10. Biggest lead of the game for either team. And it's almost a steal by the Wildcats. St. Mary's got to be careful with that ball. Coach Chase is not going to want it. Definitely not going to like a turnover right out of a timeout. Under 6 to play in the third. 10-point lead for Kellogg. They've scored 5 unanswered. Wildcats with some big pressure in the backcourt. Trace Wick going to bring it across for the Lumberjacks. Wick to Holder. Holder guarded by Luna. Holder drives, shot up and off the glass. Nice job by Holder. Colby Luna flips it out to McLean. McLean right side. Back to Colby in the corner on the right. Colby drives. Tries to pass it out or in. Ball is loose. Kicked around, and then a turnover and still on the Wildcats. Holder completes the steal. Holder. Right side draws the foul. Holder put on the brake, and Luke Miller, too much contact as he ran into him. That'll be the second foul on Luke Miller. St. Mary's will inbound from the side. Into Holder. Holder works the left side, gets around one defender, out to the corner to Badgett. Badgett, little head fake. Back to the wing, now to Holder. Holder looks to Hill. Hill backs his way in, shot up. Again, lots of contact on that one. And from my angle, I thought there was a lot of contact, but nothing being called on that one. Again, two big bodies. Wildcats with the rebound and the foul against Tristan Hill. And again, I think that's one of the main reasons for no calls down there. Is you've got two big guys battling underneath. Reed Watcott checks in for the Wildcats. Checking out is Miller. 26-18, Lumberjack lead or trail by 8. St. Mary's with the backcourt pressure. Over to Watcott. Maybe Holder might have gotten away with a little bump there on that one. Up to the left wing. Watcott looking for Luna. That's Ripley. Couldn't get it to him, so he goes to the free throw line to O'Neal. Colby Luna coming from the side. Shot up. Count the bucket and the foul. And that's not going to be that's the third foul on Hill. And again, St. Mary's got some guys in foul trouble down there. Or actually, that was Colby Luna. I think I said that was Colby. Tyler Renner back in. Kristen Hill back out. Hill with 3 fouls. Stans also checked back in. I think it was Wicks that came out for Stans. Free throw up and good. 3-point play for the Wildcats. 29-18. They lead by 11. Badgett has the ball for St. Mary's, looking for the call on the play. Badgett moves right side, goes over to Holder in the corner. Holder looking for an outlet, gets it to Sands, right wing. Sands going to pull up for the 3. It's no good. Fight for the ball. It's going to be a jump ball called, so I'll give Holmes the rebound. St. Mary's will get the possession. 8-2. St. Mary's has been outscored here in the third. Lumberjacks need to find something that's going to work for them as the Wildcats have been stifling defensively. Holder has the ball, backs it up to the top. Now finds Renner to Badgett. Badgett straight away, brings it left side, lost the contact there. Coach Chase wanting the foul, not going to get it. Badgett driving in, shot won't fall for Badgett. Good look. Again, St. Mary's just not getting those shots to fall. Double dribble the other way against the Wildcats, though. Under 4 to go, third quarter. 11-point lead for the Wildcats. Again, 8-2. Wildcats have outscored St. Mary's here in the third. St. Mary's still having trouble getting the lid off the bucket. It's also been good defensive pressure, and a bad pass by St. Mary's turns into a turnover. Trying to feed it into the low post. That was Badgett. Grayson Sands ends up on the ground. They're going to get a travel on the Wildcats over in the corner. 3:33 to go. Holder comes out. Wicks goes in. Sands stretching that knee out there a little bit over there, but says he's good to go. St. Mary's gets the ball into Trace Wicks. Wicks brings it across. St. Mary's has 3.5 minutes to try to cut this lead down some here. Renner, right side. An offensive foul against St. Mary's. They're going to call Trace Wicks. St. Mary's with 5 fouls already, and Coach Chase wanted an explanation on that one. So nothing going the way of the Lumberjacks here so far tonight. Ripley Luna drives up, kicks it out to the corner. 3 on the way. It's off the mark. Foul underneath on the rebound. That foul goes against McLean. That's his first, team second. Been a dry spell for both teams here for a minute. Wildcats hold that lead, though, 29-18. St. Mary's needs to find some offense. That's where they're struggling. A bad pass by Wicks. St. Mary's needs to not force things, and they were trying to do a little cut move there and get it inside. They couldn't get it. Over to Miller. Miller almost loses it out of bounds. Be able to recover. Up to the top to Watcott. Now to Colby Luna. Luna drives right side. Gets Badgett to go by. Puts the bucket up and good. And Coach Chase wants another timeout. 2:36 to go in the third. 31-18. It's a 13-point lead and a full timeout for St. Mary's.
At Good Neighbor Pharmacy, we're committed to being your good neighbor.
Good Neighbor Pharmacy is an independent network of over 3,000 pharmacies throughout the United States, giving us the buying power to compete with the chain stores.
We'll fill your prescription quickly and safely, and you're supporting a locally owned pharmacy.
Your copays are the same wherever you go. Why not come and visit your locally owned pharmacy professionals?
Jack's Pharmacy is your Good Neighbor Pharmacy here in St. Mary's. Come in and say hi. Jack's Pharmacy.
And we are back. It's been a 10-2 run for the Wildcats here in the third quarter. Not going the way St. Mary's had envisioned here and hoped for. Vying for their 9th straight district title. The Wildcats want to take that away and upset them. And right now, everything going the way of the Wildcats. St. Mary's having trouble getting the bucket to fall in. Credit to the Wildcat defense as they've just been all over the Lumberjacks. It doesn't matter if they think you're an outside threat or not. They're not even giving the post players any open looks from beyond the arc. So it's been making it hard for the Lumberjacks to find an open look. St. Mary's has made some substitutions. I think Trace Wicks has gone out. Dylan Holder back in. St. Mary's gone with a little bit of size on the floor. Well, no, I guess not really. They've got just 2 of their big guys in there. That's Wicks or a Holder and or Renner and Holmes. Holder has the ball up top, picks up the dribble, goes over to Stan. St. Mary's needs to get a little bit of a run of their own going, almost a steal by the Wildcats. Stan's able to recover, looks underneath, finds a wide open Renner, and Renner is able to cash in finally from underneath. St. Mary's putting on the backcourt pressure. It's an 11-point lead for the Wildcats. Again, the Lumberjacks need a run here. They need some good defensive stops, some missed buckets for Kellogg. Colby Luna has it, left side, back to Miller, corner, 3 on the way by Watcott. That is good. 14-point lead for the Wildcats. Holmes underneath. Gets it to Renner. Renner goes up, tries to go up strong. They're going to get, I think it was Miller with the foul. It is Miller with his third. He was pleading his case for all ball, and of course you can plead your case all you want. The ref's not usually going to change that call. It's going to be O'Neal checking in. I thought Renner was going up for the shot, but they say no, it was on the floor, so St. Mary's will inbound. Grayson Sands to inbound from underneath. Tries to get it into Renner. It's going to be deflected out of bounds by Colby Luna. Loser of this game tonight will have to play in Grangeville for a play-in game. Sands in to Renner. Renner going to pull up from the corner. Long on his shot. Rebound to Ripley, and Ripley brings it across. Minute and a half to go, third quarter. St. Mary's only put up 4 points. Some good defense from the Wildcats and also some unlucky bounces on the shot. 3-pointer on the way by Watcott. It's in and out. Rebound to Holder. And he gets it out to Stan. Stans brings it across. St. Mary's wants to finish the third on a strong point. They're going to get a 3 on the way by Holder. It's up and good. Holder tried to do a little bit of acting on his own. Couldn't get the bonus call. It's back to an 11-point deficit, 34-23. Luna almost loses the ball. Gets it out to Colby. Wildcats hold, 57 seconds. Gets up to McLean at the elbow. McLean into the paint, working, shot. What are they going to call? A travel against the Wildcats. If St. Mary's can steal just a little bit of momentum here at the end of the third, Badgett and Renner come out. Hill and I think it was Wick check in. So if St. Mary's can get a couple of big buckets here at the end of the third, they could get a little bit of momentum swayed in their way to start the fourth. But they've got a big hole to work out of. Sands works left side. And he's going to get fouled trying to penetrate into the lane. And they're calling that against Ripley Luna. And that is Ripley's third foul. Fourth foul against Kellogg. Checking in for the Wildcats is O'Neal. Ripley Luna will come out. St. Mary's in the corner. Three-pointer on the way by Sands. Off the front of the iron. It won't fall in for him. Rebound to the Wildcats. 35 seconds on the clock. St. Mary's trails by 11. They'd love to get one more bucket before the end of the third to at least cut it back down to 9. Watcott goes to Colby. Colby Luna near the timeline. He's got Holmes guarding him. They're still kind of playing for that last shot. St. Mary's, though, going to come out and put some pressure on. Man defense, I think. Sands almost jumps the pass there. Couldn't quite complete it. McLean back out to Watcott. Watcott, cross court. Now it's back to the top to Machusic. Colby Luna at the buzzer. And that won't go. Luna goes to the ground. Can't get the call. And it's a 11-point deficit going into the fourth. St. Mary's trails. Will be back.
High school sports don't just happen. There's a ton of work that goes into every single athletic event.
And we have our school's athletic director to thank for a lot of it. Thank you.
For scheduling officials, so I can always play the game I love.
For ordering quality athletic equipment, so I can stay safe on the field.
For mentoring my coaches, so they can be the best role models for me.
For coordinating transportation, so I can get focused for the big game.
For helping us develop character and learn lessons that will benefit us for the rest of our lives.
Thank you to our AD for always creating a positive experience for us. We'll never forget it.
From all of us at the NIAAA, thank you to every athletic administrator in Idaho for all you do to enrich the lives of your students. It does not go unnoticed. This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And we are back. Final frame here from Lumberjack Gymnasium. St. Mary's currently down by 11, and it's Wildcat ball to start the fourth period. I didn't really know who was going to have possession to start the final frame. Lumberjacks look like they have their same five on. Wildcats with the ball. Ripley is checked back in. Colby on the floor. He has the ball, hands it off to Ripley. And there's going to be a charge called against Ripley. That's going to be Dylan Holder stepping in to take that charge, and Ripley is going to come right out with 4 fouls. Dylan Holder just had enough time to get himself in place. Ripley turned, and there was Holder right in the way, all set up to take that charge. St. Mary's kind of bracketed him there with that double team trap on the sideline. St. Mary's with the ball. Wick. Cross court to Holder. Holder over to Wick. Now to Sands. Sands. Little head fake. Short corner. Jump shot. That won't fall. Rebound goes to the Wildcats. St. Mary's has got to get these buckets to fall for him. Coming the other way. Ripley gets forced out of bounds by Sands. Ripley gets the pass off. The Wildcats turn it over, though. St. Mary's turns it back over. Wyatt Holmes, I think, with the turnover. So one turnover deserves another, and Holder gets called for a foul there, getting a little bit too crazy with the hand checking. St. Mary's does not want to get into the bonus here. They don't want to be putting the Wildcats to the free throw line, just give them a little bit more of an edge in this game. Wildcats get the ball into the corner. That's Miller to Ripley, or to Colby. Colby Luna, right wing. Guarded by Wick. Now they swing it to the left, to the left side to McLean. He's got Holder. Back to around to Machusic. Now to Watcott. Now to Machusic, straight away. Top of the key, back over to Watcott on the wing, right side. He's going to drive to the elbow, kicks it out to the corner. Wildcats looking like they're going to be patient with their offense. They don't want to give the ball back to St. Mary's too many times. And the block shot by Sands will go out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wildcats. Wyatt Holmes comes out for the Lumberjacks. Checking back in is Renner. Again, Kellogg very, very well okay with trying to run their set offense and run. They turn that possession over to the Lumberjacks. So again, like I said, I'm sure the Wildcats, no shot clock this year, so with the lead they have, they're more than happy to try to milk as much time off the clock on their offensive possessions and make St. Mary's deep in them. Of course, I can guarantee you if it was St. Mary's in that possession, they'd be doing the same thing. Holder up to Wicks. St. Mary's, on the other hand, needs to try to find quick offense, even though they've got 6 minutes. Grayson's going to get fouled from behind by Miller. That'll be his fourth. Tom O'Neill's going to check in. Miller's going to go out. 6 fouls for the Wildcats as well. Again, St. Mary's has all the pressure on them right now for the comeback win here in the fourth quarter. It's not going to be easy. The Wildcats are playing some very good defense. Over to Hill. Now to Wicks. Out to Holder. Holder finds a little room. Gets the defense to pull away from Renner. And Renner's able to kiss it in off the glass. 9-point lead for the Wildcats. St. Mary's the first bucket in the second half. Timeout taken by, are they not calling the timeout? I think it is a timeout by Kellogg. 5:55 to go in the fourth. The Wildcats preserve their possession with a timeout. It's a full. We'll be back.
Have you ever noticed that some companies are around for decades and you really don't notice them until you actually see them? Kenneth Bechtel Trucking is one of these. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking has been a fixture at St. Mary's for decades and still is a community-involved business. Take the time to thank these entrepreneurs. They quietly make it on their own and make our community all the better for it. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking. Give them a call today at 245-7209. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking, a community staple and Lumberjack supporter. Good luck, Jacks.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Benawasha, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
And the Wildcats inbound after the timeout. Get it across the timeline. St. Mary's playing some stiff defense. Shot up, no good by McLean. Rebound to Sands, and the Lumberjacks the other way. They get a run-out layup by Trace Wick. So the Lumberjacks cut it to 7. Oh, they're going to get a foul against Tyler Renner. A little bump in the back there. I've got Renner with only 2 fouls. Is that correct? 7th team foul, though, will send Bridger McLean to the free throw line. A little bit of a body bump from Tyler. Tristan Hill comes back in. Trace Wicks goes out. Oops, I already had him in there. There we go. So Bridger McLean to the free throw line for the Wildcats. I don't have much on him for free throw shots against St. Mary's. 1-1. First one is good. First bucket of the fourth quarter for the Wildcats. Stretches it back to an 8-point lead. Second free throw, no good. Rebound tipped around, pulled out by Holder. 3-point shot up by Grayson Sands, and good. from the right side. St. Mary's stiff defense in the backcourt. Wildcats get it across to Colby Luna. Colby drives all the way down. Shot up, no good. They're going to count the bucket and the foul against Renner. Renner tried to get in there and set up for it. Couldn't quite get in there in time. Count the bucket and the foul. Renner with 3 fouls now. 7-point lead still for the Wildcats. Colby Luna could make it. 8. 37-30. Lumberjacks battling. Still plenty of time. Lumberjacks, though, have got to be smart and get a good defensive stop. A couple of good defensive stops in order to cut this lead down further. Colby with the free throw. In and out. No good. Rebound to Renner. Holder's going to bring it across for the Lumberjacks. One big three can change the whole complexion of the game. And there it is. Three-pointer by Dylan Holder from the left side. Timeout taken by the Wildcats. 5:03 to go. Down to a 4-point game. Full timeout by the Wildcats. Will take it as well.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With Nick's professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Mary's.
When you need that morning pick-me-up before work or school, there's one place that comes to mind. It's a place that loves our community, the St. Maries Lumberjacks, and all the local businesses and people in our village. Shift and Grind in St. Maries is all about the community. Whether it's helping raise money for the Booster Club or for a family in need, the Shift and Grind family are always ready to help. So be sure to stop by Shift and Grind for your caffeinated needs. Located at 1
blocking foul on Holder as Holder gets out in front of Luna. I think that is just the 9th foul on the Wildcats, or on the Lumberjacks, so 1-1. Again, Ripley, not the one you want to send to the charity stripe, though. I think he's 1 for 2 tonight, though. St. Mary's trails by 4 with under 5 to play. Plenty of time for the Lumberjacks to mount the comeback. First free throw up and good. Back to a 5-point lead for Kellogg. Tyler Renner checks back in for St. Mary's. He'll go in for Badgett. St. Mary's putting a little bit of size out there on the floor. Let's see here. Second free throw is up and good. Back to a 6-point lead. Holder has the ball for St. Mary's. Gets it over to Sands. Sands working. He's going to pull for the deep three. It's good. Grayson Sands from way downtown. 3-point lead for the Wildcats. McLean travels down on the right side of the block. Turnover Kellogg. Luke Miller checked in for the Wildcats. Coming out is McLean. 39-36. St. Mary's outscored the Wildcats 13-5 in the fourth, and it's the first double-digit scoring for St. Mary's in the contest. Grayson Sands, right side, deep three again. It's just short. Rebound, stripped down by Hill, and he puts it up and good. Let's see if they count the bucket. They're calling a foul, I think, against St. Mary's, though, afterwards. They get Holder with some sort of a foul. It looks like the points are staying on the scoreboard. So it was, while they were jockeying for position underneath, it sends Ripley Luna to the free throw line. First free throw good. Gives the Wildcats a 2-point lead. 4:25 to go. Holder out, badge it in. Ripley lines up the second free throw. On the way, it is in and out. Rebound to Renner. Renner in the backcourt, gets to Badgett. Coach Chase going to call a timeout because it's taking too long to get that across. St. Mary's will take a 30-second timeout, and we'll keep it here. What a wild ball game, folks, we have here. We knew it was going to be. The crowd is wild. The bands are awesome. Once again, I want to give that shout out to the Wildcat Live, not only their broadcast crew for everything they do and their quality broadcast they put on over in Kellogg, but I also want to shout out to the crowd here in St. Mary's tonight. A shout out to the Wildcat wrestlers that are headed to state. Good luck to them, as well as good luck to our Lumberjack wrestlers also. And also the BPA kids from St. Mary's headed to state. I'm not sure. I'm sure Wildcats have some BPA students as well. So if you guys have some headed to state, we want to wish them a good luck as well. So St. Mary's will inbound, trailing by 2, 4:19 to go, fourth period. District championship on the line. Direct ticket to the state tournament. St. Mary's gets it into Grayson Sands. St. Mary's has not led since the first quarter. Sands looks over to figure out the play. Takes the ball right side. Looks to drive. Gets it out to Wick. Now to Renner. Back to Wick. Sands. Big old head fake. Takes it to the free throw line. Another head fake. Shot is up and good. Tie ball game, 40-all. Lumberjacks putting a bunch of pressure on backcourt. Wildcats get it across. Into the hands of Ripley. 40-40. Just under 4 to play in the contest. Luke Miller straight away up at the top of the key. Hands it off to Colby Luna. St. Mary's playing the Lunas really close. Back out to Machusic. Out of the corner. Colby gets a wide open lane to the bucket, and Colby puts it up and good. St. Mary's doesn't want to try to match points. They want to get a lead here. Sands for 3. Oh, in and out. Rebound to the Wildcats. St. Mary's needs the good defense here and to force a miss. Colby Luna. Short corner to O'Neal. Cross court to Miller. Hands it off to Ripley. Ripley, left side. Couple Lumberjacks getting set to come in. Colby Luna for 3 is off the iron, no good. Rebound to Grayson Sands. St. Mary's will bring it the other way, looking to tie it back up. Or even take a lead. Grayson, a nice move. Kicks it out to the corner, wide open. Wicks, it's good from the corner. Lumberjacks take the 1-point lead. Wildcats the other way. Ripley Luna, nice move from the left side. It's up and good. Wildcats retakes the 1-point lead. St. Mary's wild 3-point shot on the way by Sands from deep. It's no good. The ball they're going to say comes off of St. Mary's. 2:20. Hill and Badgett come off. Holder, Holmes back on. Charge call against Ripley, and that's 5th foul against Luna, or Ripley Luna. So Ripley's going to foul out. Well, no, that says 3 fouls, so that's only that's his 5th. Okay, that was that was Dylan Holder's foul. Checking back in for St. Mary's real quick is, not sure who came out. Oh, Wicks is coming out? Yes. Tristan Hill back in. St. Mary's with the ball. Sands drives. He's going to be fouled. That one goes against McLean, and it'll send Sands to the charity stripe. This is where it really counts at the charity stripe. The easiest, hardest shots to make. Renner comes out, Wicks checks in. St. Mary's feels like they've got that little bit of an advantage with Ripley fouling out. Definitely does not hurt if you're a Lumberjack fan to have one of the top players on the Wildcats foul out of the game. First free throw is good. Tie ball game once again. Fans with a chance to tie it or to take the lead. Free throw up and good. St. Mary's ahead by 1, 45-44. Full court pressure for the Lumberjacks. They get it to Colby Luna. Luna bringing it across. Works it left side. Ball is tipped out. I'm going to get that. I'm sure the Wildcat fans want to kick ball on that because I think that came off of Wyatt Holmes' shin. So I'm kind of surprised, unless maybe he got his hand on it. But from my angle, it looked like it came off the shin. Sands has the ball, works his way right, drives, kicks it to Holmes. Holmes too hard off the glass. St. Mary's with the rebound and a foul called as Tristan Hill tries to go back up. Hill will go to the free throw line. Hill, typically very solid from the charity stripe, 62%, but this is late in the game. Things get a little bit harder as your arms are tired, your legs are tired, you're tired. Let's see if he can make them. He's got 2 free throws coming. First one on the way. Good touch. In and out. St. Mary's can make it a 2-point lead. Lumberjacks setting up their defense. Second free throw on the way. Nice touch. It's up and good. It's a 2-point lead for the Jacks. St. Mary's has outscored the Wildcats 23-10 in the fourth. St. Mary's trying to get the trap on the sideline. Colby Luna breaks it. Cross-court pass to Watcott. Left side. 3-point shot on the way. It's up and good by Miller. They reclaim the lead. The Wildcats do. 46-47. Sands gets knocked to the ground. Ooh. Wildcats with a shot. It won't go. They go to the ground as well. Rebound goes to Hill. 3-point shot on the way by Sands. It's in and out. Rebound, though, to Holmes. It's up and good. St. Mary's back to the 1-point lead. Luke Miller, top of the key, gets around Wicks. Shot up, no good. Hill with the rebound. Wildcats, I think, get called for a foul on the other end, it looks like. That foul goes against Luke Miller. Coach Martin not happy with the call. He was about halfway out into the court, so the ref had to tell him, come on, get back out off to the floor. That's the 5th foul on Miller. It'll send Hill to the free throw line. Miller and I think Hill were jawing a little bit about it after the foul. Puts Miller or Hill back to the charity stripe for St. Mary's. Badgett going to check in for the Lumberjacks here in a moment. 55 seconds left on the clock. St. Mary's up by 1. Hill looking to extend it. First free throw falls through. 49-47 coming out for the Lumberjacks is Wyatt Holmes. Jared Badgett checks in. Best case scenario, St. Mary's extends it to a 3-point lead right here, so the Wildcats can't retake the lead with a 3. And he does. Both free throws are good for St. Mary's. 27 points for the Lumberjacks in the fourth. St. Mary's backcourt pressure. Wildcats across, timeout taken for Kellogg. 51 seconds on the clock. Man, what a ball game here today. It is a full timeout. We'll take it as well.
For future leaders we can believe in, look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
It's time to winterize your home, and there's no better place to start than at everyone's hardware and lumber store, 10th Street Lumber. They have insulation, house wraps, stoves, and heaters. See their huge selection of power tools, paints, and painting supplies. And, of course, they have a full line of lumber supplies. Stop by 10th Street Lumber and see what they can do for you. And remember, 10th Street Lumber will deliver anywhere on 10th Street and Railroad Avenue, 10th Street Lumber.
Yeah, we are back. St. Mary's holds on to a 3-point lead with 51 seconds left in the contest, 50-47. Woo, what a ball game we've had here tonight. Didn't expect anything less. Wildcats with possession. Into Watcott into the backcourt. He's bringing it across. He's got Badgett all over him. St. Mary's into a man defense, I believe. St. Mary's went in with a lot of their fast defensive guys to try to make Kellogg really work to get a shot off. Out to the corner. That's to Machusic. Three-pointer on the way. It's good from the corner by Colby Luna. Tie ball game. 28 seconds on the clock. Sands brings it across. I'm sure St. Mary's will. Well, they're going to take a timeout first. To set something up for a final shot at the buzzer, I'm sure. 50 all, and we've got this game coming down to the wire. Didn't expect any less here tonight. Full timeout by the Lumberjacks. Oh, my goodness. I can believe this game here this evening. The Wildcats still shooting 42% from the floor tonight. Very solid. St. Mary's at 35%. The Lumberjacks do have the edge in the free throw line tonight, and that's really helped them. 71% to the Wildcats, 57. Bill Wilcott says, go Lumberjacks. Oh, holy smokes. Can't expect nothing less than a heart attack game here against the Wildcats and the Lumberjacks. The crowd's been awesome. The bands have been awesome. The game has been awesome. St. Mary's clearly going to play for the final shot here. If they don't make it, they will take it to the overtime period. Definitely don't want to take a shot too early and give the Wildcats a chance to win it for themselves. Into Sands, into the backcourt. Sands will bring it slowly across. Sands working to the left side of the floor. Gets a screen from Hill. Takes all the way to the right. Picks up his dribble. Goes to Wicks. Wicks right back to Sands. 4 seconds. Sands drives. Kicks it to the corner to Holder. Holder for three. It's good at the buzzer! Lumberjacks win! 9 straight district titles for the Lumberjacks. They cap it at the buzzer. Cannot believe the shot by Dylan Holder from the left side. And they needed that bucket, and they get it. Grayson Sands tries to drive the lane. Dylan Holder gets left all alone in the corner. Buries the three. 53-50. Lumberjacks win. Oh, my God. Cannot believe the finish to this game. Oh, we're going to take a break. We'll be back to take a look at this game after all the dust settles.
Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oaks at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oaks a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255. XXX Feeds in St. Mary's is your one-stop farm and garden shop. Everything from pet supplies to livestock feeds and supplies, XXX Feeds has it. Horse supplies, they have that also. From saddle pads to bridles, XXX Feeds can set you up. XXX Feeds now has hay and alfalfa in stock as well as straw. XXX Feeds, located at 130 East College Avenue in St. Mary's, open 8 to 5:30 weekdays and 9 to 5 on Saturday. XXX Feeds, a proud Lumberjack sports broadcast sponsor.
St. Mary's Realty is a St. Mary's icon. Why? Because they are a team. They work for you. And they've been a team for many years. Whether you are buying your first home, looking for a recreational cabin, or selling your current home, St. Mary's Realty puts their team on it for you. So stop in or give them a call today at 245-4502 and let their team be your team. That's St. Mary's Realty at 726 Main Avenue, St. Mary's.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Heidi Kruger, your St. Mary's Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Heidi Kruger is a proud sponsor of the Lumberjacks on KOFE. For all your investment needs, call 208-755-5294 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat, located next to Harvest Foods in St. Maries. Open 24 hours, we have washers and dryers of all sizes to get your laundry done quickly. If you'd like to get your laundry done in less than 5 minutes, take advantage of our drop-off laundry service where we wash, dry, and fold it for you. While you do your laundry, be sure to take advantage of our touchless automatic car wash, which has that great undercarriage spray to get the grime off. Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat can be found at riverbendbubbles.com or call 208-582-4844.
When your car's not running right, you want an honest mechanic that provides quality work at an affordable price. That can be tough, unless your dad owns a repair shop. But in St. Mary's, times have changed. You have Jim's Auto, and they treat every customer like family. Get everything from regular maintenance to major repairs done at Jim's Auto and Tire Pros. Jim's Auto doesn't just offer oil changes. They're a full-service shop. Jim's Auto can diagnose that check engine light, change your brakes, and fix your alignment. Ask about Jim's Auto's new Express Lane with same-day or next-day oil and tire services. And don't forget, Jim's Auto is an authorized Tire Pros dealer with nationwide warranty, service protection plan, and free roadside assistance. Jim's Auto and Tire Pros located at 69 Milwaukee Road, St. Mary's. Winter is in full force, and Timber Country and the Country Fair invite you in out of the cold to check out their winter sale deals. Need some new winter boots or gloves? How does 20% off sound? Maybe a new jacket. 40 or 50% off sounds great. Those deals and more at Timber Country and Country Fair on Main Street in St. Mary's. There's more than clothes as well. Sports apparel, hunting gear, toys, sleds, and more at Timber Country and the Country Fair in St. Mary's. Stop by today. And we are back. St. Mary's 9 straight district titles. Dylan Holder, the game-sealing three from the corner, cut this piece of the net off down there. We're going to see if we can get him to come up here for a minute. Whew. Little emotional up here, guys. Sorry. That was a very emotional game for these Lumberjacks. Oh, my God. 42% for the Wildcats. They played lights out tonight. They shot 42% from the floor. They were 31% from three-point range. They struggled a little bit from the free throw line tonight. They've usually been very solid, 57%. You could actually point to that as the big help for the Lumberjacks. St. Mary's shot 37% from the field, 36% from three-point range, 71% from the charity stripe, one of the strongest nights from the free throw line for the Lumberjacks. Oh, man. Not what I think they've had an 80% night as well. But anyway, rebounding so close. St. Mary's 32, the Wildcats with 30. Lumberjacks had 11 assists. Wildcats had 7. 10 steals for St. Mary's, 5 steals for the Wildcats. St. Mary's blocked 6 Wildcat shots. The Wildcats had 1 blocked shot. The Wildcats had 18 turnovers. St. Mary's had 11. Personal fouls, 16 for St. Mary's, 15 for Kellogg. 7 points off the bench for St. Mary's. I think Kellogg only had 6 points off the bench. That was from Reed Watcott. And Lumberjacks with 10 second chance points. The Wildcats with 8. Points off turnover, 6 for Kellogg, 4 for the St. Mary's Lumberjacks. And I'm still trying to see. My daughter, I think, went down to see if she can wrangle up our game-winning shot man of Dylan Holder, who's still down there. So I don't know. I'm seeing what I can do here to try to get Dylan's attention. Colgan, can you try to get Dylan to come up here? I think we're still trying to work on getting Colby or Dylan to come up. So 17 points tonight for Colby Luna. 11 points for Ripley, who fouled out with those 11. 10 points for Luke Miller, who fouled out. You couldn't ask for better numbers from a very tough team. You know, you get 3 guys scoring double digits, you think you're going to win that game, and Kellogg had that 10-point lead for so long. The Wildcats led most of the game. St. Mary's had one lead in the first half, or in the first quarter, and that was it. Bridger McLean finishes with 3, 2 points for Logan Hendricks, 1 point for Colton Machusik. For the Lumberjacks, Grayson Stans finishes with 16. Dylan Holder finishes with 13, 8 points for Wyatt Holmes, 7 for Tristan Hill, 5 for Trace Wicks, 4 for Tyler Renner. Holmes had 9 rebounds. Hill had 9 rebounds. And let's see, how many three-pointers did Holder have? Holder was 3 for 4 from the free throw, or from downtown in the contest. So they're getting some pictures of the seniors with their trophy. So I'm not going to interrupt that part of their celebration. And we'll still see if we can get Dylan to come up here real quick at the end of this broadcast. I'll take a quick break and see if we can get Holder to come up.
T1FCU's Ascend Checking is a simple free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend checking account. Learn more at t1fcu.org/ascend. T1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary's.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? Do you need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
And we are back. We've got the man of the hour.
How's it going, Tim?
Dylan Holder, 13 points tonight, none bigger than that 3 from the corner at the end. Tell us about that shot,
It was amazing. I'm glad they trusted that on me. I'm wide open. I'm always ready for Grayson's passes, and he always knows where I'm at on the court. I'm so glad I knocked that down, and I can't wait to go to state with those guys.
Grayson is such a threat that when he drove that lane, everybody, it looked like, collapsed down on him, and you were just standing out there waiting for your opportunity.
Oh, I was ready, Tim. As soon as you grabbed that, I was stroking that from the three-point. They said stay strapped. I was.
Nothing harder than a shot three-pointer from the corner either, right?
It's overwhelming, but I got it done.
All right.
It was awesome. Great experience.
9 straight district championships. Tell us a little bit about the quality of opponent with the Wildcats.
They know every move that we're about to make. They are probably the best matchup we're ever going to see. No one else in state. They can watch film. They can do anything on us. But no one can play like Wildcats do. They know everything that we're about to do.
Well, how awesome would it be to get down to state, have the Wildcats make it down there, and end up with an all-North championship game?
That would be amazing. If that could happen, I wish luck on Kellogg. See if they can make it out of the playoff games, and let's just go get stuff done at state.
I mean, if you had to play them in the playoff, in the state tournament, you'd want it to be the championship game, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm not going to hold you too long, man. You can go back down there and celebrate with your teammates, but I wanted to get your take on that final shot.
Thank you very much, Tim.
All right. Yeah. That was Dylan Holder, the man of the hour, with the 3-point bucket from the corner for the Lumberjacks at the buzzer. 9 straight state championship or state trips for the Lumberjacks, 9 straight district titles. Hats off to them Kellogg Wildcats. One of the toughest opponents St. Mary's has faced pretty much ever for the most part. And just like I said, hats off to those guys. I think once Ripley Luna fouled out, he's one of the top players on that team. And St. Mary's can kind of feel the momentum shifting in their favor. And that was just huge for St. Mary's to get that 5th foul against Ripley. You just, you don't ever want to necessarily have that. I mean, I don't know. As a coach, you were sitting there hoping maybe to get some of their best players in foul trouble. St. Mary's had some guys get close to it too, and I'm sure Kellogg was thinking, man, if we can just get Grayson off the floor, it'll help us too. What a ball game. Good luck to the Wildcats at the play-in game over in Grangeville on Saturday. And we're rooting for you guys, obviously. We'd love to get another chance to play you guys down there at State. I'm sure you guys would love that opportunity. And again, it would be terrific if it was an all-North State title game. That's going to do it for us here from St. Mary's Lumberjack Gymnasium. Guys, have a great evening, and we'll see you back here next time from Boise for state tournament action. If you're out there and you want to be a sponsor, help us get down there and broadcast those games, get a hold of us. We'll be able to definitely take all the help we can get to make it down south. Have a great evening, everyone.
You've been listening to another production of Lumberjack Sports on KOFE 1240 St. Mary's, your Lumberjack Sports Network. We thank you for tuning in and hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We also want to thank our Lumberjack Sports broadcast sponsors and hope you'll do the same. Without them, these broadcasts wouldn't be possible. Until next time, same as always, go Lumberjack!